That's it.
Come
That's
on.
it. Yeah, come on. Oh, I love imitating you. Let's give it up for Mark Poulter.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
It is so wonderful to have you here. I have to let you know how excited I am for everyone to see you in this particular episode. All of your students have nothing but the kindest, wonderful words for you and what you have done for them.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
No, thank you.
That's a really nice thing to say.
Thank you. Thank you. We go into your class, right? We open the door and we know what we signed up for, right? But we're so new. We forget that we are actually going to be getting up and we're going to be doing a scene and we're going to be acting.
Right.
Boom, 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 boom. Cottonmouth. I'm such a cottonmouth kind of a girl. Something that you do for us dismisses all of that in just a moment with your energy, words, honesty, truth. It's like it's a comedy thing. I don't know. Why did I come here? You came here. Come on. You got to do this. You know why you're here. Come on. Get up here. What did you do today? You putting yourself out there? You're not supposed to know what you're doing. This is all so true. How are you going to know what you're doing and what to do if you don't come on up here?
We learn by doing.
We learn by doing. And I got the bug. And it hasn't left me yet. To this day, this was motivated. I throw everything to you first, whether you realize it or not.
Oh.
Hey, Mark, I was thinking of doing this. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, you're not going to know until you do it, Lisa. You don't sugarcoat really shit for me or anyone for that matter.
Right.
But you're just like, girl, you got to do it. You're not going to know unless you do it. So go ahead, do it. Sounds good. So do it.
And it feels right.
And
as
it
well.
feels right.
Yeah. I know that part of this is about kind of finding your tribe type thing, right? But there is something almost magical that happens when you have intention and purpose and then you just put it out there.
Right.
And then things happen. You attract the right people into your life. And I've seen it in my own life as well.
Yeah.
But we fear the unknown, but that's where the magic is. And I think that's our growth. Not only as an actor, but just as a person. How we learn and test ourselves. Modern day society, let's just stay in our comfort zone. you
Right.
know. I don't think that helps the world in any way.
I want to learn everything about you. I love listening to you.
Right.
And I want to hear where it started. Scotland. I know you lived in New York.
Yes.
You lived in a couple of other places,
London.
if I'm not... London. I want to hear your story from the very beginning.
Definitely a strange journey. If someone had said to me 22 years ago that I would end up in San Diego as a teacher and then have all these like wonderful kind of projects and people, including your lovely self, come into my life. God, life's a bit strange, isn't it?
Right.
Because I'm from like a small town in the Scottish Highlands. It's called Fort William.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very beautiful place. The weather's not too great,
Right.
right enough compared to San Diego, but it was a lovely upbringing. I've got a lovely family, but it was too small for me. But when I was 18, I went to university in Leeds in Northern England, and I did English and drama. But I remember that course, the major was English, right? And so
Right.
the drama stuff, you didn't do that much in, but
Right.
I'd always had an aptitude for that stuff. I think growing up in the Highlands of Scotland, there's like a masculinity thing, right?
sure.
So I think when I was growing up, because I knew that I kind of wanted to do something like this, but I was maybe a bit sissy-ish
Yes.
type thing.
Shied
Was-
away from it. Yeah.
At university, I got myself involved in the theatre arts. Coming up to the summer, they would have their big festivals.
Right.
So I would just get involved in all these plays.
How old were you?
19, 20
Wow.
at the time.
Yeah.
That gave me more theatre type stuff. And then after university, I ended up back in the Highlands again for about 3 years. I think after you come out of university, and then I will go back to like a small town again, you kind of met all these cool people, and then to go
Right.
back felt like a backward step.
Right.
And so I was doing like seasonal jobs and all that. There's a visitor attraction at the time
Mm-hmm.
called Highland Mystery World, 2122 at the time. All these Scottish mythical characters,
Mm-hmm.
either a witch or some sort of monster or something. I'd have to dress up as that
I love it.
and jump out and scare people,
Right.
like doing it. One skill it did give me though was you had to be the storyteller, right?
Mm.
So once an hour for about 10 minutes, I used to come out and I'd have to tell all these like, Highland mythical Scottish stories.
Love it.
And everything that could go wrong went wrong during that.
One
Good
of
thing.
some of the things that went wrong.
Are you familiar with the term corpsing on stage?
Corpsing on.
Corpsing on stage is basically you forget everything.
Oh,
your whole thing. And you're just standing there like an idiot. 60, 70 people there. I scurried off stage. Oh, I'm really sorry. I've forgotten what I was going to say. And I ran off the stage.
How
and
funny.
someone had to jump And
Corpsing. When I used to travel for a living, makeup, I don't even realize where I was. I just felt like I was just looking at people, couldn't speak. And I literally had to let the trainer know, who was in Australia, if she wouldn't mind taking over for maybe 10 minutes until I gathered myself. I didn't know there was a term for that other than jet lag.
yeah, we always strive for like perfection and stuff, and that's not what it's all about. Aim for progress all the time, incremental progress.
Right. Sometimes, even if you strive for the excellence, you don't always feel like you reached it.
Yeah.
Right? Would you agree with that?
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah, that is a good thing.
If I have this all figured out, I'm doing something completely wrong.
Yeah.
I'm dedicated to this now until the day I die. I'll still be 80 years old and I'm still learning something.
Yeah. So tell me, after Scotland.
Do you know what an equity card is?
I've heard of it, yes.
This theatre equivalent of the SAG card.
Right.
Become part of the union. Yeah, I got mine at like 21 from doing Highland Mystery World. That was my kind of way in to that. Then I moved down to London in 2000. I didn't do very much.
You didn't?
No.
Really?
I did a couple of short films, I remember, at the time, but I was poor.
Right.
I was in my early 20s. I did bartending for a little bit as well, but if I'm honest with myself, I'll do the poor acting thing. The guy that waits tables and all that, and bartend, so then goes to auditions all the time.
Right.
My problem was I didn't go to the audition. I just became lazy, if I'm honest, Lisa.
Yeah.
And then life takes over, right?
Yep.
I didn't like just being poor all the time. So I ended up taking a sales job. Confidence in Summit's company, you're getting a regular paycheck again. I was in London for about 3.5 years, but I'd always wanted to go to New York ever since I watched Ghostbusters.
Oh, really? I love it.
Boy. The concept of New York, it's almost like a fairy tale, right? I mean, you're from there, right?
The Bronx, New York.
It's a massive movie set.
Yes.
Right? Ghostbusters, Goodfellas, King Kong. Even as a little boy growing up in the Highlands, I was fascinated by New York, fascinated by America. But if you just have the intention and the purpose, you can make stuff happen. The conference company that I worked for at the time had a New York office in London, and I did pretty well. So I had a bit of leverage, get them to sponsor me to come to the States.
Right.
Ended up moving to New York, stayed in Astoria.
Oh, nice.
I thought you knew this.
Astoria, Queens. I don't know if I heard Astoria.
Yeah. I was there for 15 and a half years.
Wow. What are the years?
2004 to 2019.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. The acting thing started to come back again. I joined an acting studio. It's called The Acting Studio. Some excellent teachers there. James Price, who's still there, was a great teacher for me.
Right.
And Mary Workman, inspiration to me. I think about her quite a lot. So I did about 4 years doing Meisner there. And then I had Mary as a private tutor for quite a while as well. And then every so often I would do like a scene study class after that as well.
I would love to hear a sentence or two about this particular coach, what she did for you.
She would just encourage your instinct, your impulses, right? Because Meisner stuff is basically my attention is going to be on you and I'm really going to listen. Whatever happens between us happens.
Right.
Still one of the loveliest human beings I had ever met. And she believed in me as well, right? When people believe in you, even if you don't believe in yourself, like it's such an impactful thing, right? Then you'll remember that for the rest of your life.
Yeah. You probably have a little bit of her teachings in your teachings, without a doubt.
And I've never really thought of it like that, but you're probably right.
Yeah.
Unconsciously seeps in. But then again, I let, if I'm honest, we call them SLBs, self-limiting beliefs, creep in. I hid behind that for a while. Oh, I'm just going to stay in this New York job. I had the training, but I didn't audition. I did a couple of off-Broadway shows.
You did? Yay.
One of them's on YouTube, actually.
Is it really?
Yeah, it was called Hobson's Choice.
Okay.
I'm in it for about 10-15 minutes of this 2 hour.
I'm ready for my early morning draft this instant. Man, will you no be warned? You're a pig-headed animal. Alcohol is poison to you. Deadly. Virulent with the system in the state uses.
There's a couple of people in there that actually went on to do some pretty significant ones in The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. There's another guy, Greg Conan. He did a Netflix film with Jennifer Lopez called Atlas. And he's the voice. Just recent. Yes. He's the voice of that. I got involved with in New York doing the whole 9 to 5 thing. An expensive place.
It is.
But I loved it there. It was great. But I fell into that trap. What's the point? There's all these other actors in New York who are better looking than you, thinner than you, more talented than you. I hid behind that and then rationally justify it to myself. Right. I was just scared.
Yeah.
to put myself out there.
There was a turning point.
I don't think it was one incident. That feeling of I'm not doing what I should be doing was really making me depressed, if I was honest.
Right.
My last couple of years in New York, I wasn't happy. I'd started a company with my best friend, who's still my best friend, Simon. I love you, man. We started a company together back in 2013. Just before COVID, it was getting really, really good. And then obviously COVID happened. As a live events organizer, you're
Yeah.
kind of screwed
Wow.
after that. I mean, starting a company, no investment at all, actually, just what we'd saved up. That took up all our time. Things that you learn as an entrepreneur, it's all connected to me.
Right,
You know?
I
think
agree.
it makes me a better actor as well, right?
I agree.
Sales, right? You've got a sales background.
That's all I know.
I remember,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's one of the things all I know. Sales, beauty, cosmetics,
Right.
and acting.
In some way, the skills learned doing that has helped you as an actress as well.
Big time.
Right. Yeah, after 15 years in New York, we would do an event, I still do now. Actually, you've been to it. Running it in La Jolla or in the San Diego area, but we were based in New York at the time. So I was coming over
Ah.
once a year. San Diego's awesome.
Yeah.
So that started to kind of creep in the back of my mind.
Right.
I kind of wanted to be near LA
Right.
as well. I believe this with all my heart, that you're drawn to certain things and you can deny it. It's that same voice that makes someone come into class at 7 o'clock. There's a
Right.
niggling thing that happens, that something's not quite right.
Yeah.
And that compass or whatever, it's kind of all like that. If you can listen to that voice, it starts to, right?
Yep. A
And
line.
then things
Yep.
happen. I felt that draw to London from the Highlands as well, because I remember thinking to myself, if I get down to London, I'll figure it out.
Right. That's right.
I'll figure it out as I go along. From watching Ghostbusters, right, be inspired like that. The New York thing, I was like, I need to get out of it. Need to change the scene, right?
Right.
Now, what's the West Coast like? We ran an event. We went walking around La Jolla Village, and I just had the brainwave, and I turned around to him and I said, you know what, give me 3 months. I'm going to move here. 3 months later, I was in La Jolla, right?
Right.
I moved here just before COVID, right? And I didn't know anybody.
I love those stories when people just get up and.
I knew I had to do it, Lisa. I need to challenge myself a lot.
Yeah.
And I hadn't even auditioned or done anything like that for years at this point.
Right.
I still went to a private coach every so often.
Right.
To Mary, just to keep my hand in. Yeah, I was too lazy and scared to. Which, in hindsight, now I'm so frustrated with myself for being like that. But at the same time, the right
know.
time's the right time.
The right time's the right time.
Yeah. So COVID happened. I didn't deal with COVID very well, Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was very isolated, obviously, as everyone. I was out running one day, I had my headphones on. I don't know what happened behind me, but there was a massive big crash, and this glass hit me in the back of the legs. I turn around and there's a car upside down, and it's got smoke coming out of it. Young lady hanging up upside down. I think she ended up okay. When something like that happens, you're just like, oh. Luckily, there was bystanders around, so we could get her out of the car, and I hope she's okay. But I'm telling you, Lisa, like, see if I'd been 2 seconds before, I wouldn't even be here. You realise that life is so fleeting
Yes.
like that.
Yeah.
The change that did, I had a bit of a breakdown after that. And I remember I called my father, Dad, I should be dead. But that shift, something happened after that made me wake the fuck up. I became present
Right.
after that. I'm an actor. You always were, Mark. What's your
Right.
fucking problem?
Right.
Looked at classes, AWS, came up, joined the class a week later. I was there for a year. But the head of the, Gina, a very, very lovely lady, she saw my resume, like,
Right.
and she saw all the training in New York and all that stuff. I think she said to Rob, another mentor as well, I would say.
Yeah, of course.
Rob's been very good with me. Would you like to teach? And I said no.
You did.
I turned it down.
Was
What
it
can
that
I
whole
teach?
imposter thing you were feeling? Like,
Yeah,
no,
well,
I
yeah,
can't?
it's like, what do I know?
Wow.
I was also worried about a Scottish accent. I guess I talk quite fast, but it's nothing compared to 20 years ago. So when I got a transfer from London to New York, the New York office for the conference company I was working at, the major dialing codes in New York are like 347 and
Right.
646.
646.
646,
Right.
My number was a 646 number.
Uh-huh.
Calling people up, doing cold calling. Hey,
Right.
this is Mark Coulter. You know,
Right.
call me back.
Right.
646-275. Da-da-da-da-da.
Love it.
But because I was speaking a little bit faster then, it sounded like sex for sex.
Ah!
Instead of 646. And then they pulled me aside. So they changed it to a 347 number
346.
after that. I turned it down at first because of those reasons.
Right.
And then he asked me again a couple of weeks later. I just said, fuck it. What have I got to lose?
Right.
I have never been so anxiety scared than
That's
that
something.
very first class that I had to
Of
teach.
course. Wow.
But again, you face our fears, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And then we start to know ourselves a lot better.
Right. Right. And they normally say, I'm not sure what the whole cliche thing is. Maybe you've even said something along the lines too, right? When you have this fear, have this anxiety, it's because you know you are actually on the right track.
Yes.
You know you are.
Yeah. Got through the first night. I was probably a horrible teacher. I've realised as well, it's okay to be shit.
Yeah.
For a little while, right?
Yeah.
So you can get better.
So you can get better. And as long as you have more fantastic, great, good days than not, then it's all good too. Those bad days, they're okay. Because we're all going to have them.
We beat ourselves up too much.
We sure do.
And I say this to the students as well. We don't make mistakes in the class. It's a learning curve. You just have to be comfortable with that. Things might not work out the way you want them, but that's a good thing.
Yeah.
If it was easy, everybody would do it.
Right. With me, because I'm still very green, very new. Sometimes I'm on a film and somebody will ask me to do something and I want to do it and I'm so scared to do it. And when I do it, with my hairs and my lip and all that stuff, it turns out to be the best thing you could have done.
Think of how far you've come along. A relatively short space of time.
It is.
And you can look back at it and go, wow. That was an experience.
Yeah.
That led to this, which led to this, which led to this, which led to this.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're here to talk about you, however, right?
Well, yeah. But,
because you are always so generous with everyone else. And so I think that's amazing listening to your story. To be honest with you, becoming a coach, you have that mutual fear and experience that we all have. You know it before we even know it. Where was the point where you found yourself teaching us, realizing, wow, this person really has something. This person, if there's a thing, doesn't actually have it.
I've found that it's not just about the acting though, because you learn life skills.
Right.
Being confident is
Right.
very important with it, especially like because you're in an industry, you're going to get a lot of rejection. It's not even rejection; it's just no one getting back to you.
Right.
It's not even a no; it's just a silence. Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
When people are in the class that I kind of know that it's not going to work out for them for whatever reason, it's still a wonderful thing that they're doing because they're facing their fears.
Of course.
Hopefully become more confident.
Right.
Public speaking.
Right,
Is
yes.
learning how to do that.
What's your style in teaching? Someone maybe who's been acting, let's say, for 5 years. They just moved to California. Maybe they're from Atlanta.
I've gotten pretty good at deciding where they're at in their development. When we do a scene and I grill them afterwards about, all right, who are you, where are you, what happened before the scene began, what's the objective in the scene, right? That's more beginner type stuff.
Right.
People that are maybe more seasoned, I would maybe talk about, well, what are the tactics by which you can achieve that objective as well, right? Also, there's more than one objective when we're talking to people. Right? Tactics change, physicality, voice. Voice is very key for me personally when I'm playing somebody.
Right.
If I can change my voice up, the physicality changes from that for me anyway. Some people it's clothes that makes them feel different to themselves.
Right. How do you approach someone who maybe doesn't have the confidence that they need, but has the gift?
I'll make sure they believe in themselves if they spend a significant amount of time with me. A positive reinforcement is very important.
Right.
The best coaching, actually, Greg, the other studio owner, gave me coaching pointers. Say something really positive at first.
Right.
And then say something that can be worked on after that. Summarize that. They have to participate in their own rescue as well. If their wall is just closing down, being overwhelmed with fear, I guess at some point I can't do much about that.
Yeah.
As long as you're invested though, as long as you're trying, then I'll be with you as much as possible.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Consistently going to class and all that.
You're
Putting
right.
themselves out there.
Exactly, yeah.
Even if you're just starting out, still apply for stuff.
Yeah.
Still put yourself out there. You'll learn more on the set rather than saying, I think I'm going to wait a year to get a year's worth of training behind me.
Yeah.
Right? I've done that before as well. Just fucking dive in.
Just dive in.
See what happens. Right?
Yeah.
And you'll surprise yourself.
Yeah. That's what I loved about you. Just to dive in.
What's the worst that can happen?
What's the worst that can happen? You did something?
November the 9th, 2026 is going to happen, Lisa.
Yes.
Now, what do you want to happen in that year? Not doing anything for whatever reason because of our self-limiting beliefs? Or put yourself out there, be part of other projects, because that time's going to pass anyway.
Yeah.
Does that novelist only have a book written a year from now? Or are they just going to procrastinate and just not do anything? Because that year's still going to go by anyway.
It's going to still happen.
Stuff like that, I think, keeps you present. Being present, I'm telling you, is the key to this stuff.
It is the key to this
Yeah.
stuff. Those who are good at it are good at it. Some of us who are good at it are really good at it on a more consistent basis. I tend to need to take a break, move back a little bit.
You're a good actress, though, Lisa.
Oh,
I
thank you.
I believe in you.
Thank you.
Yeah. We've worked on a few things together.
We've worked on a few things
And
together.
are going to as well, thanks to you.
I'm so happy. You make me feel so good about what I'm doing and focused, not in this crazy, oh my God, You make me do my best.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That might be one of the nicest things anyone's ever said to me.
Yay! You do. When we did our first film, it was my second, only my second. I was so excited and I had this calm because you were there. I worked so hard because I wanted to feel like I was doing my best at that time on my second film, whatever
You
excellent was
killed
going
that,
to be.
though. I mean, that was, you were great in that.
And so were you, actually.
You're a fucking nightmare, Jason!
Fuck is wrong with you?
Why won't you mourn the death of our daughter?
I think you were mentioning about LA.
Yeah, I want to be close to it. I'm not sure about living there, really.
Right, okay.
And I still feel that.
Right. So we know that everything happens for the most part in LA. San Diego, for the life of me, I really don't know why it can't be like a mutual brother-sister kind of thing. In the short films, the films that I'm doing a little bit more, I am noticing there are people that are coming in from LA. There's so much work in LA and you're here in San Diego. There needs to be something that needs to start developing here in San Diego because it's not all going to be San Diego actors. Because if there's LA actors coming in for this stuff that we're doing here, I really feel that you are the person to truly begin that step, take part in that step, find someone that can do that and you're going to be part of it. That's what I truly see, what you are going to be doing. How does that happen?
I do believe it's a sleeping giant, San Diego. Mm-hmm. Think of all the talented people that we've met. I mean, you have to find the right people to be around. There's loads of people that want to write stuff, want to film stuff and all. I mean, the Infernal stuff is...
Right, yeah.
I love the fact that someone did that.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
We would need more people like that in San Diego to say, right, we don't need LA.
No.
The technology that we have at our disposal these days. I mean, you can make a movie on your iPhone.
Yeah.
If you are resourceful enough and passionate about it and you have the right people around you, you can do a lot of stuff. And I'm seeing that in San Diego.
Yes.
Now. I hope I'm part of that. As a teacher at the studio, I love the fact that directors come to the studio because they want to learn how to talk to actors, right?
Yeah, I love that too.
When someone does that, they're like, oh, Lisa, Miss Lisa.
Right, Miss Lisa, yes.
She'd be great for this, right?
Yes, yeah.
They need to find their tribe as well. They need to find actors that they can trust.
Right.
Or other writers and that. So they're there. It's just, where can we meet them? Well, the studio definitely is one thing.
Right.
But also, I would recommend to people the app Meetup. They have like film and TV get-togethers once a month on there in San Diego as well. So there's all these like similar creative people being able to find them.
Right.
And then being part of something that you all believe in.
Yeah, exactly.
Write your own stuff also. I'm doing the same thing, Lisa. I want to write my own stuff, bring people that I know and trust into that aspect of it as well. I like being able to create opportunities for people.
I know you do.
Especially when they're just starting out, because it's so hard. It can be very overwhelming when you're just starting out, right? It's like you're looking at the top of the mountain and you go, oh,
yeah.
What do I do? If there's one thing I think I'm pretty good at, is like I'll give you, all right, here's what you need to do when you're just starting out.
Right.
Demo reel is a big example of can trip people up for a long time. When you're applying for stuff on Backstage or Actors Access and it says demo reel required, just do a self-tape.
Exactly.
That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
And if you've got a couple of self-tapes that you really like, just edit them together on iMovie. Takes 20 minutes to learn the basics, and that's perfectly valid to send.
Right.
And then when you do start getting short films, student films, or whatever, you're going to swap that out. Your demo reel is like a constantly evolving process.
Oh, I know what we were talking about. We were talking about filming in fucking San Diego and making shit happen here. How do you start something like that on a small scale to make it happen? Because I still don't understand why it's not happening. And that's what I need to understand. So who makes that happen? Executives? Is it a name? Is it a producer? Is it a studio? Why isn't it happening? I don't understand.
I think it is happening though.
You do?
I do.
Okay.
I think we're actually on the cusp of something pretty great.
Right.
And there's a movie studio coming here.
Chula Vista?
Yeah.
Yes.
Next year. Now, they'll probably bring people from LA.
Hopefully not. Hopefully San Diego will say, no. Right. No, you don't.
I still think that just not relying on LA and stuff like that, doing your own stuff, making your own material.
That's right.
I think that's the key to this stuff, right?
Right.
San Diego's such a lovely, vibrant, creative community of awesome people as well. I mean,
Right.
it's really great. I think it will happen.
Yeah. Okay. So it is happening.
Yeah.
And we'll take it that way.
There's a book I would like to recommend, kind of change things for me a little bit. It's called The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. The synopsis of it basically is that there's this invisible force called resistance.
Right.
Kind of strikes for no reason, but it all happens to us. Manifests itself in the way of procrastination, vices,
Right.
whether it's gambling, sex, drugs, alcohol, or whatever. Anything that stops us from following that calling.
Right.
Right. And we all have some form of resistance. And if you can get past that, then the universe kind of opens up to you
Yeah.
in so many different ways, right?
Yeah.
So we have to battle that resistance. And then once I realised that, they're right. Go for it and then just see what happens.
Is there anything that you would like to say that maybe we didn't talk about?
If there's anything that you really want to do, but for whatever reason you've talked yourself out of it, regardless of how old you are, just go for it anyway. Teaching has changed my religious views, Lisa.
Has it, huh?
I was a militant atheist before I started teaching.
Were you really?
Yeah, very much so. But now, because I'm in an act of service, I guess, we're all energy in a way. But if
Yes.
you're putting something good out there that's external to yourself and you're helping people become better versions of themselves as well. That's why I feel coaching and teaching is such an important thing.
Well, that's a big part of joy, too, they say,
Yeah.
right? When you actually
Oh.
help others, those rewards are,
You can't put a price on it.
you can't.
Seen people come in and they're like, at first they're all like, and then cut to like months later, booking stuff and like
Right.
just more confident in that.
Yeah.
That's more rewarding to me than anything, really. I don't do it for the money, Lisa.
Right. No, I understand that. Yeah. That puts a smile in my heart. The littlest things that you can do for others help us continue to do things
We all help each other.
because
though.
of you. Yeah.
I learn from you. I learn from my students. Hopefully, I'm getting better as a teacher as well.
What have you learned from me?
I would use you as a case in point for someone later in life came to this, and then things are happening for you now in San Diego, right?
Yeah.
You have a big strength about you as well, Lisa. And I know you can be quite vulnerable.
Yes.
Because I remember I used to say to you in class, like, I want to see more of the vulnerability. The
Right.
fierce.
Yes.
The fierce woman that you are.
Yeah.
You have that.
Yeah.
And that was part of you. But I know it's balanced with there's a vulnerability there
Right.
as well. So,
Right. Well, there's going to be more because you're going to do so much more in San Diego.
yeah, I'm doing this until
Yeah,
the day
it's
I
gonna
die.
be-
now,
that's
and
right,
I'm
yeah.
going to bring as many people as possible with me on this crazy journey.
Right. What's your proudest moment that you had when coaching?
The thing that makes me happy is if, like, I'll maybe get a text from someone. I've got an agent now, and I just want to thank you so much for all your coaching. They don't have to do that, right?
Right,
But I've
right.
influenced them in some way.
Right. What was the day when it just gave you a smile on your face and you said, you're no longer nervous, but you love this, you
Yeah.
got this?
I can't really remember the exact time that was, though. I mean, it's like a gradual becoming more confident.
Right.
It'll come to me
Right.
when I'm up there.
Yeah.
I have to have energy.
Yes.
Even if I've been working a 9 to 5 and I'm like tired and shit.
Yeah.
Like something will change before I go into the class. I guess that's where the whole come on!
Come on, yeah, right,
thing
right.
comes from.
Right.
Right? Probably for my benefit as well.
Right.
Most Mondays and Tuesdays, Lisa, I can't sleep after I've taken a class. 'Cause I'm so
Yeah.
buzzed,
Right.
right?
Right.
And
Right,
so
I
I'm
get
not
it.
tired anymore, even though I
Right.
was tired, like
Yes.
from 5 to 7 after work. The class energizes me. Of course, the next day I'm just like,
Let's talk about, because we touched on it here and there. We mentioned the fourth trimester. And if I can mention one other fantastic thing that you've done, and still you put it on me, but you referred me to reach out to audition for Infernal.
right.
That was one of the things. Wasn't I nervous about that? Because it just wasn't something that I ever saw myself in. And so because of you, again, I thought, nope, don't listen to that fear, Lisa. You have to audition for it. Once you audition for it, and I've heard this from you, I'm smiling because, yeah, you have to audition for things and then you have to let it go. But I have to honestly say, definitely 2 things that I've auditioned for that I did not let go. And
Right.
Infernal was one of them. I
So
wanted
wanting
it.
to get it, right?
I wanted it. I hadn't heard from them. I think I may have reached out to them, and I think we found out
Right.
I had the wrong email. Well, the universe
got it,
was.
yeah.
I got it. I got it. I was so happy.
Well, my question
Tell
to
me.
you, what was it specifically about those 2 projects that you were attached to as opposed to letting go of the other?
Quite the opposite things, right? One, which is one that I'm doing November 24th. It's called The Koki Sings. I wanted it so badly, and I'm so happy that I got it. And I'm so happy to be working with this gentleman, Edwin Franco. It has to do with Puerto Rico. I'm not from Puerto Rico. I am Puerto Rican from New York. Some people don't know that Puerto Ricans are actually Americans. It's about this frog. right? The coqui. And it is the only fog that I know that is actually in Puerto Rico only. And it has this beautiful sound to it, which I'm going to do no justice to it. But when it's night, when it's just quiet and you just hear the coqui, but the sound of these frogs are just beautiful sounding. I want it as a New Yorican, Puerto Rican, Boricua, being so feeling far removed living in California. I wanted to be a part of that. There is something very special about an American flag, but nothing more special when you see a fucking Puerto Rican flag if you're Puerto Rican. Even in Puerto Rico, we're just so attached to that. We're this small compared to the whole United States, California, New York, Florida. We're this small. I'm so happy to represent in that film with Puerto Rican actors, writer, director. I believe most of them are Latino, but they're all women except for the writer. That's kind of cool.
That personal connection
Yeah.
to it. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
It's easy for me to say, don't get attached.
No, right.
But some of them
right.
you kind of do
Right,
anyway.
Scotland,
Yeah.
right? Scottish. If you had something that was presented to you, had to do with Scotland and being Scottish, that holds, you know that weight that holds, right?
Yeah, the
That
same
I'm
problem right
talking
now. There's a movie being filmed in the Highlands next year
Wow.
about
Where
the
you're
Loch
from.
Ness Monster. Yeah.
Yeah,
The script won an award.
right,
And then what they do before stuff goes into production is they have their script reading.
right,
So they were looking for Scottish actors
right,
to read out the script so they can make changes or whatever. But there was like producers. 'Cause
Right.
The plan is to film it, but obviously it's to get financial backing as well. So they
Right.
have these special script reads. So as soon as I saw that,
Mhm.
and obviously because it's from my part of the world,
yes.
I need to get it. They'll probably cast it in Scotland. And obviously I'm
Wow.
not there.
Oh,
Also, there's a personal connection. The character worked in you call it aluminum over here.
I was,
Aluminium.
right.
Right.
Right. I was just talking about that the other day. Yeah, say it again.
Aluminium.
Right,
But it's aluminum in the States, right?
right.
My father,
Right.
he worked in a,
Aluminium.
I'll just say BA factory, but aluminum
Right.
factory for a long time. And so that character in the script,
Right,
he did that as well.
right.
And I thought, oh, what a great way to honour my father.
Right.
He's a wonderful, lovely, brilliant man. They won't cast me in that.
Why not?
I think when the deals get done,
Right,
they'll want someone that's got a name to them.
right, right.
I wouldn't.
I hope you're wrong. Come on! Come on!
They visited the Highlands and spent a long time there.
Right.
And because everyone knows the Loch Ness Monster, right?
Yes.
But they don't know the story of how the Loch Ness Monster actually became this massive global
Hmm.
thing. And it actually changed the tourist industry in the Highlands at the
Right.
time. I didn't know any of the story until I read it.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, that's a story that needs to be told.
Yeah, there you go. With Infernal, just the opposite. I know nothing about that era. I wouldn't even picture myself in that environment. Thank God they didn't need an accent, right? What I loved about the character, I am a very caring person.
Very much so.
I loved that this particular villager, elder, she was humbled but took care of everyone.
There was a
She was very
softer side
calm.
of you.
Yeah, I just felt like I could really play that person really well. But I was so nervous because I thought, oh, I don't even look like that. This is not stuff that I do, that I even know of. Like I thought of Braveheart. It's just not me. But I wanted the challenge. I hope I did the role some justice.
You did.
Even though that particular speech, by the way, I wish when I was filming it, I wish I would have done it a bit different. I wish I would have stepped it up a little bit, but I didn't.
You don't know that though. I know why you might be thinking that
Yeah.
because like what you feel when you're doing it to what gets seen
Right.
sometimes can be completely different.
Right.
And you
right.
might watch it and go, actually,
Not so bad.
this was pretty
right.
good,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I thought those three guys, Adrian, Brandon, Darren,
Good guys, yep.
these younger people, they are at a place that I don't really know much about, where the world is in their eyes. I learn from them. It keeps me aware. It smartens me up a little bit. Listen to their way of thinking.
I've been very inspired by that whole experience, Lisa.
Yeah.
Adam and Adrian, they were former students
Right.
of mine and classmates. There was for about a year I was learning from Rob how to teach, and then I was still doing the Thursday advanced class,
Right.
like just as a student.
Right. Right.
And I remember I'd promoted Adam and Adrian to the advanced class, but we were just classmates as well. Adrian asked me to do the 48-hour film
right.
project thing last year. It was on that I met Darian and Brandon
Right.
from that. You've done the 48-hour before, right?
I haven't.
Well, that's another recommendation if you get a chance.
Yeah, I will the next.
Yeah.
I don't know how often they do, though. I don't
Once a
know if that's
year.
something they do.
Well, once a year in San Diego, but they have 48-hour film projects
Oh,
around the world.
I definitely will.
There's a few in LA
Yeah.
during the year as well. Brilliant.
I will next
way
one.
to
Yeah.
meet people. Darian said, and I didn't even, I only kind of knew him from the day before, but he said, "Oh, I'm writing this like fantasy epic thing.
Yeah.
You'd be a great king." And I went, "All right, okay, yeah, that sounds pretty interesting."
Right.
And he was like, "Oh, well, I'm going to write it with you in mind." Now, this was in July 2024. Cut to about 5 months later, and he sends me the whole script.
Wow.
He spent 5 months. Because there's two types of people in this world, Lisa. There's talkers and there's doers.
Yes.
Just amazing. He wrote that particular part with me in mind, which I was so humbled by, because no one's ever done that before.
Right.
And then he was very collaborative in kind of my ideas for the character as well. Because I took that, because he'd written it for me, I really took it really
Yeah, of course.
seriously. So how am I going to play a
Seriously.
king?
Right.
Well, he's cruelly a narcissist, for one thing.
Yes.
Luckily, I've dated a few, so I dropped about 15 pounds, changed my look up a little bit. Hopefully, it'll turn out really,
It's going to be great.
really,
Are you
really
kidding
well.
me?
But
Yeah.
we need more people like Darian, Brandon,
Yes.
and Adrian to do things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's hard to get something made.
Yeah.
But to do a dark fantasy
Mm-hmm.
with really limited budget,
Right.
just by being resourceful about
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
they didn't know how they were going to do it as well.
Yeah.
But they committed. They'll plan it as much as they can with the resources they have.
Mm-hmm.
It's figuring it all out
Mm-hmm.
as you go along. And yeah, there'll be learning curves and all that.
Oh, heck yeah.
But that's in the can now.
Yes.
I've just been flabbergasted about that. And then the
Mm-hmm.
people that we've met from it
Yes.
that have came into our lives now.
Yes.
And when you think about it,
Mm.
look what he's managed to create and put out there into the universe that we've been pulled into
Right. Yeah.
from that. And I think that that's magical.
That is a
thing.
magical thing.
So
Yeah.
you have to believe in yourself and put it out there.
Yeah.
I was brave enough to do that.
He is magic. Even if you didn't know, he just walks and there's something about him that there is something that he has.
There's a quality about Darren. He has the soul of a poet. There's a sensitivity there that I think
Yeah.
leads that character. The right people, I think, got cast.
Yeah.
When
for
I look
sure.
at the casting and from the stuff I've seen, are going to go far.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I agree. That warms my heart so much because I often say, I know that I am around someone when I'm 80 years old, 70 years old. I'm going to be at the theater and I'm going to say, look who the fuck is there. Look who's at the Oscars right now.
And that will happen.
That is going to happen.
I don't know when it will be, at some point well into 2026, but we'll hire out a cinema for that. And
Yes.
We'll do like a casting crew premiere screening for it.
Right.
And have everyone involved to be part of this
Yeah.
living organism, I
That's
call
right.
it,
Yes, yes. It's my first feature film.
First of many.
First of many. Are you listening, universe?
Hopefully there'll be a part 2 and a
Yeah.
part 3.
Yeah. Darian, again, I have to say, he wrote it for I don't know how many people. He helped direct it. He fucking stars in it.
Yeah.
I'm sure lost his mind I don't know how many times and then had to come right back to it. What a lot of work
Crazy.
in that brain.
I think when you're really passionate and you believe in something,
Yeah.
even though it's tiring,
And the patience.
right? Reservoirs of new energy.
Yes.
You're really committed to something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's not forget, that was 5 months.
Right.
We've all got day jobs, shot mainly on the weekends over that period.
Look at
with
that. Yeah.
Maybe 1 or 2 weekend breaks. And it's still not finished. I know they've still got 1 or 2
Yeah.
things they need to do.
Right.
I mean, post-production's a whole other...
That's a whole other
thing.
animal, isn't it?
But the
can't
filming of
imagine.
it, that's a lot. Dark fantasy, because you're creating a world.
Yeah. How can any of our listeners who have never taken an acting class or maybe want to take your class, how do they find you?
So if you go online to actorsworkshopstudios.net, book an appointment with Rob, and you can get a free audit class to see if you like it.
Right.
And if you do, which I hope you do,
Yeah.
the way it works is you'll do maybe about 6 months
Right.
on average with me. So I do Mondays and Tuesdays, beginners. There's the intermediate Wednesdays. You'll probably do about 5-6 months there, and then advanced with Rob.
Right.
AWS, I mean, it's the A to Z of different stuff.
Right.
So one day, silly improvisational
Right.
exercises. Next week, you'll be doing code reading scene study stuff.
Yeah.
And then you'll be performing the scenes and getting them filmed the week after that. Or we'll be doing audition technique, script analysis, all different
All that stuff.
forms of
Yeah.
stuff. Watching yourself on the screens,
Yeah.
I still struggle with that.
Oh, God.
I try to make the classes
Yeah.
as fun as possible, obviously educational
Yeah.
as well. I'm doing my job. If I can inspire you
Right.
to keep wanting to come to class, follow your goals and your dreams. Again, as cheesy as that sounds, there's no reason why people can't, regardless of whatever stage they're at in life. I've realised that's probably one of the keys to a happy life.
Yeah.
You know, doing something that you really want to do, that it'll work itself out. But you have to participate in your own rescue. Trust the process of it. The right things and the right people will come into your life because of that.
I found my tribe.
Yeah.
I really did.
Found your tribe.
I did. Yeah. I love you. I adore you. I respect you. I'm so glad I was in your class, and just thank you for really talking to everyone, but talking to me. And I just listened to everything that you said. I know that you have to be a forever person for me in this industry.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure,
Yay!
Lisa. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you
asking
very
me.
much. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.